I have a confession to make. For much of my career, I could not explain why I was successful as a marketing executive. Now, don't get me wrong, I had a lot of success. I helped companies grow both as an employee and as a consultant. In some instances, the companies I worked with grew by more than 1,000%. But I couldn't really tell you why they grew. More than that, I couldn't tell you what levers we had to pull every month to ensure that we consistently and repeatedly realized growth. But all this changed when I had an epiphany and discovered my real mission for professional service firms. I needed to manage, protect, and strengthen the brand, and I needed to take control of the sales funnel. This is a raging debate, okay, maybe not raging, but certainly hotly contested among leaders of professional service firms. What is the mission of the marketing function? What should the marketing function do for the company? What benchmark should be used to measure marketing's impact and value for the business? Depending on who you ask, you'll get a very different answer to these questions. If you ask a designer, they might tell you marketing's mission is to make the brand look strong and credible. If you ask a webmaster, they might tell you that the mission is to build and maintain a website that optimizes traffic and engagement. If you ask a content creator, they might tell you the mission is to get downloads and registrations. But what if you asked a VP of sales? They would probably say marketing's mission is to generate qualified leads and lots of them. If you asked the CFO, they would probably say marketing's job is to stay within budget. But what if you asked the CEO or the managing partners or even board members? What would they say? I have asked senior level executives this question, and the answer I typically hear sounds like this. We want the marketing function to build a systematic and repeatable process that we can count on to achieve our growth and profit goals every quarter and every year. That's what they want. Now, this is a very different perspective from what I hear from a lot of VPs of marketing. Usually these very thoughtful and very intelligent people have created a marketing plan that includes all sorts of activities designed to strengthen the brand and generate leads. I think of these as the two halves of the marketing mission: infrastructure marketing on the one hand and outbound marketing on the other. Infrastructure marketing is about ensuring that you have defined the right market position, packaged services in the best way possible, and built a brand identity and sales tools that prospective ideal clients will find persuasive. Now, most marketing functions can deliver value in spades to their companies because they control most of this activity. But the other half of the marketing mission, outbound marketing, is where things start to go sideways for many marketing teams. They use all sorts of tools and activities to generate leads. They build newsletters, they host webinars, they write white papers, they put up blogs, and even make social media posts. But when I ask how their activities are impacting client acquisition and revenue, I typically hear an answer like this: I can't control what salespeople do with the leads once we turn them over. I recognize that marketing people cannot control salespeople, and even that that's not desirable. But I believe it is critical for marketing people to finally, once and for all, recognize that it is not okay to say that they do not control the sales funnel. This is fundamentally untrue. This is, in fact, I believe, the root cause of most of marketing's underperformance issues. When the marketing function at professional service firms is not delivering against the number one goal of senior executives, consistent and repeatable growth, something is deeply amiss. There is a much better way. Alignment between sales and marketing teams is a big topic, and one I simply can't address in full in this article and video. But I believe the very first step toward bridging this gap is developing a common vision of the sales funnel. The second step is defining who owns the different stages of the sales funnel. Let's begin by defining the sales funnel most prospective clients will pass through to become a client. Awareness. Prospects become aware of your brand, services, and content. Consideration. Prospects sample your content to see how you can help them. Interest. Prospects engage in serious dialogue requesting a proposal. Evaluation. Prospects evaluate your proposal against their needs and competitive offerings. Selection. Prospects accept your proposal and move to next steps. Now, for those of you who have read my other articles and seen my videos, you may notice there's a new step in here, consideration. In my experience, a prospective client can sit in the consideration phase of the sales funnel, sampling your content and ideas, possibly for years. Does this sales funnel make sense to you? When you think back about the last several deals you've acquired, did the clients pass through these stages? I'll bet it's pretty close. The important thing here is that the VP Marketing and VP Sales agree on the shape of the sales funnel. If you can accomplish this, you are well on your way to repeatable and consistent revenue. Once you agree on the shape of the sales funnel, then the question becomes, who owns the various stages? Most salespeople would agree that they don't want to be responsible for creating brand awareness in the campaigns that generate leads. Most marketing people would agree that they cannot be responsible for working deals, identifying decision makers, writing proposals, and closing deals. So this probably means that you agree that marketing owns the top of the sales funnel, awareness and consideration. This also likely means that you think the sales team members own the bottom of the sales funnel, evaluation and selection. If you agree with these conclusions, then you've begun to see how marketing actually does control a huge portion of the sales funnel. So here's my question to marketing people. What are you doing to ensure that the people you are placing into the top of the sales funnel are appropriate candidates to become clients? In most instances, this is the source of the disconnect between sales and marketing. This is the primary reason that the marketing function is not putting the company in a position to realize consistent and repeatable growth. Marketing and salespeople have very different ideas about who should be in the sales funnel. As a marketing executive, you do not control the bottom of the sales funnel. Let's agree on that. You cannot reasonably be held accountable for closing deals, but you can work closely with the VP of Sales to agree upon a profile of your ideal client. You can create content that pulls prospects who fit the ideal client profile into your sales funnel. You actually can put your company in a position to realize consistent and repeatable growth. To help you do this, I've built an action guide called 7 Strategies to Align Sales and Marketing Teams at Service Firms. This action guide is free and it's located on our website. If you really want to be the kind of impact player that the senior-most executives at your company really respect and trust, I encourage you to go and register for this free resource right now.